the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Vikings and the Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Tonight, the second of two on this Wild Card Saturday. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be high.
Time now for the second of 6 on this Super Wild Card Weekend. And off we go on this Saturday night. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Darnold. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by one more week.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Hurts now. Will set up the screen to Gainwell. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Once the quarterback sensed that pressure was coming, I think his time clock started going off, and he said, I'm not going to have enough time to let the original play develop. So what does he do? He tries to settle by throwing the ball quicker, get it underneath the sticks, and rely for run after catch, and he's going to get stopped short of the first down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, that's Sherfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. In motion, it's Jefferson. To throw on 1st down is Darnold. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? On 4th down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Hurts. That'll be complete to Gainwell. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. At their 48-yard line. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He finds Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Off he goes. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So after one, here on Super Wildcard Weekend, it's the Vikings with the edge. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Now Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
On 2nd down, Hurts. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
I'm starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And this will be incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up. Now Hurts. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. This one to his big tight end, Uzama.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
To throw on second down is Hurts. And he will get into the end zone. C.J. Uzama. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles extend their advantage to 14-3. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's 3rd and 7. Darnold to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll put Addison in motion. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A second down throw for Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Hurts to the air on first down. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Hurts working in the pistol. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Gainwell. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now he takes off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure, and
that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 3rd down, here's Jones. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over just before the half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's Powell to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. To throw on 1st down is Darnold. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Darnold to throw on 1st down. taking this one downfield for Hawkinson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday. We'll get it back out to you two in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers doing battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now we'll get a pause here. An injured player, and it's A.J. Brown, who was hurt on that last play. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now Hurts will set up the screen to Gainwell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Man in motion is Smith. On third down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a first and 10. On the give, it's Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A tough spot here. Third and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Hurts now. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Man in motion is Smith. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Hurts. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Gainwell.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He keeps it himself. He'll be a little short of that 1st down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
The open receiver is Dotson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys might just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Again, Hurts. He runs with it. Whoa. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Dotson, the man in motion. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. To throw is Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This fielded at about the 9. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, Darnold. Got a man, that's Sherfield. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Now Darnold. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A run with Gainwell. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Man in motion is Smith. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's Jonathan Grenard busting in to record the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
3rd and long. Now it's Hurts. That'll be complete to Gainwell. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down. Now Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Hurts to throw. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll take it on in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. From the gun, on third down, it's Darnold. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On the ground, Gainwell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
To return, it's Brandon Powell. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Minnesota.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.